Wow,
He will
amazing
do- he
stuff
will-
there. He will have a
He
better
will if they
night.
qualify.
He will do if he does that at the World Cup.
Exactly,
Yeah,
or
if he
even in
gets
the
there, so-
playoffs to just qualify. But amazing story
Well,
overall.
he scored twice against
Portugal.
which got them to this stage that gave them a chance. I mean, the thought process and after going into that Portugal game was Portugal were going to win. Ronaldo, who was sent off but star-studded, João Neves, Vitinho, all these players, they were going to roll up and beat Ireland. They did not, and that gave the Irish the opportunity to go to Budapest, which again, Hungary are a higher ranked side. They have players playing at a higher level than the Irish lads. But just the organisation, the belief, and then obviously 5 goals in 2 games from a young guy, and you could just see the emotion there. To give his country the opportunity to go to the World Cup via this playoff system is just amazing. I can only imagine, the scenes at the game, but what it was like in Dublin,
Scenes in Dublin,
Ireland, the pubs, the Guinness would have get big.
I wish you were there, man.
But I think
Brilliant.
the other side of it now is they have to. I mean, I know the playoffs aren't until March, so I mean, there's lots of time to be able to kind of get back to reality. Because imagine it being like next weekend, and thinking after what they've done to get themselves into this situation, to try to calm down and play the matches to get there. So now it's about, going back to your clubs, having plenty of time to get organized for the playoffs.
I've watched some of the Republic games and I mentioned it sort of briefly during the highlights. There's been a lot of countries that have really suffered a big decline, right? Scotland being one of them, Norway being another. There are many. Norway are going to their first World Cup in 28 years. The Irish, if you remember, back in the day, particularly the 90s, with the Roy Keanes of this world and players like that, and then on to the World Cup. It was at 2002 when Roy disappeared, but that was still a star-studded Irish team with players playing at Liverpool and
Robbie Keane,
and Jason McAteer and Matty Holland, and just guys that were all playing Premier League. Even this Irish team doesn't really have that, but they hit new lows. And for them to have this opportunity, I believe the new coach is Icelandic, the organisation, having these moments, but to go and do it away from home in Hungary and Budapest, when really I think most even Irish fans looking at this group at the start would probably have not given them much of a chance is just brilliant. So yeah, to take it to the last day, fantastic, and what a week for Troy Parrott. I mean, he may or may not ever experience this kind of feeling again.
Well, this is what you can look at for the group standings. Portugal there, they have clinched. They will directly go, as we saw from Republic of Ireland. They finish in second, so they're going to go into the playoffs. All right, Craig. So, as you said, no Ronaldo, no problem. Are they better off without Cristiano?
No, but well, I'm surprised we're talking about this. I mean, 9-1 Armenia, no easy games at international football. This is what Portugal have sort of done in qualification process over the past few years. They've demolished most of the team, scored a lot of goals, have dominated. Obviously, Ronaldo, we're awaiting his, unless I've missed it, we're awaiting his
I don't think it's been announced
his
yet.
disciplinary hearing and what they're going to do and how many they're going to give him. Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 3? Is he going to miss games at the World Cup or not? Obviously, Gonçalo Ramos from PSG started, but you cannot judge this Portuguese team against Armenia. As I said during the highlight, they have a lot of very good players, a lot. The problem Roberto Martinez has is making sure he has the right balance between this super attacking Portuguese team and a team that, when they play the better teams at the World Cup, which they will do, is able to have the right structure to defend when everybody else is piling forward. So, yeah, we'll get that answer at the World Cup, and I would imagine, the big discussion will be Ronaldo once we hear what the suspension is.
Casey, what did you think?
Oh yeah, I mean, Portugal have been consistent. There has been that conversation. Are they better with Ronaldo off the bench? Are they better with them starting? But Ronaldo just kept scoring goals. I mean, every time they during qualifying, he was always on the score sheet, But you obviously see that they're clearly more than just Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yes.
And there is an argument to be made that there could be moments I think in those matches that Craig was talking about, when they're playing the better sides, can they afford to maybe have a Ronaldo playing where he can't track and defend and be more of that? Does it make more sense maybe in those matches to put on somebody that can help them keep the ball out of the back of the net? Because we know they have talent all over the pitch to score goals.
All right, well, just have a look at this graphic when we talk about goal scorers in 2026 World Cup qualifying in the UEFA Confederation. Erling Haaland, just no surprise here, a cut above the rest, 16 goals to his name. All right, let's have a look at the group standings. And as I said, Italy really needed a miracle to win by 9, so now they find themselves in the playoffs. As for Norway, they were able to clinch directly, and we will see them at the World Cup next year. And our Yana Gafurtov must be celebrating somewhere. But Craig,
he is. I was texting him during the game.
Were you? Was he nervous?
No.
Well, bear in mind they needed 9 goals.
But he says he wasn't ready to, call it just yet.
Well,
but overall, the story is Italy, isn't it?
Well, is it? I mean,
Well, there's a big slap for Gattuso.
well, not really. They're not a very good side. I mean, and Gattuso's not a very good manager. I mean, let's be honest about it. And he's got a big mouth. And he was moaning about the qualification process midweek. I mean, engage the brain. Norway won 8 out of 8.
Yep.
Right?
Comfortably.
24 points. Goals galore. Yeah. And Italy were second best. That's why they are second. But I think in terms of the game, Norway played like a team that just didn't want to be too open in the first half. And they knew that, like, don't lose 3 or 4 and all of a sudden make it nervous. So they didn't really play their own game in the first half. The second half they did, and they were brilliant. Not just the goals, the way that Norway passed it. And they passed it through this Italian team with ease at the San Siro. The midfield was brilliant. Nusa was brilliant in a wide position. Oscar Bob came on, did his little tricks, and Haaland was Erling Haaland. So Norway, and that's what I talk about. The transfer, and they had no Martin Odegaard still, and 1 or 2 others. So it wasn't a full Norway side. The under Ståle Solback and this Norway team is incredible. It's not just they're winning a group, it's the way they're playing, it's the goals they're scoring, it's the service to Erling Haaland, and it's the structure within the team. And they are going to be, they're not going to win the World Cup, look, but they are going to be a difficult game for anybody at the World Cup.
Nobody's going to want them in their draw.
Correct.
Because you're going to come from, they're probably not going to be seeded, so they're going to be in that, and some seeded is going to go, oh, really?
Yeah.
This is who we're going to get? Because they know they are going to be in a match. They're going to have to defend extremely well against, arguably right now, next to Harry Kane, the best striker in the world. And then it's not like you can just focus on him. Sorlot's going to cause you problems. Strand Larsen's going to cause you problems. Other players from midfield are going to cause you problems. I mean, it is a side that is again, it's going to be a side that nobody is going to want in their group.
And Italy are just... This isn't a surprise. And I was talking about it in midweek, sort of tongue-in-cheek. I said, I hope Norway give them a pasting. But because I was annoyed a little bit about Italy's coach and this elite attitude about, roll out the red carpet, they should be at the World Cup. The World Cup will survive without them, whether they get there through a playoff.
It has before.
Or not, yes. This group stage at the start, Italy had to be better than Norway, and Norway beat them home and away. It's as simple as that. But this Italian team, I liken them to Germany at the moment, in the sense that they're just okay.
It's a lot of name of country and history, but without the bite, without the real. You're not looking at, I think, either Italy and Germany right now and going, we're afraid of that team. That Norway team, you can be afraid of. But the other two, they got some work to do.